Hello, and welcome to Lunardi's bracketology. And we're going to be doing my picks on it. So it seems like a lot of people saw the last part. So this time we're going to do it again. Might pick some more upsets, some crazy ones too. It's possible. So let's just start with the first game. Auburn Jackson State. Last time I made a joke that Auburn would have a real tough game. I mean, of course I'm joking. Though the way they've been playing, they've lost their last two games. They could lose early, but they'll easily beat Jackson State, who, by the way, has won 0 non-conference games, but they went 14-4 in their conference. So they're like 14-17. It's so weird. Anyways, Marquette and West Virginia. We'll be going with Marquette on this one. Not sure if West Virginia will actually get a 9 seed. They suffered a pretty bad loss to Colorado today. So, not really sure with them. You got Oregon playing UC San Diego, and I will take the upset, UCSD. As I said in the last part, they make a lot of turnovers. They get a lot of turnovers. They don't turn the ball over. They shoot threes. A great defensive team. UCSD moving on. Clemson, Akron. I will take Clemson. It's so weird. Clemson's a 4 seed and Louisville's in like a 7. It's so weird. You got UCLA and San Diego State. I will take 6 seed UCLA over San Diego State. It's not the biggest fan of San Diego State this year. Maybe if they get a bad 6 seed, like I think Michigan or maybe Kansas, they could beat, but not UCLA. So, not going to be picking 14 over 3 in this matchup. I just don't know much about Utah Valley to pick them, so A&M. Mizzou, Baylor. I will take, surprisingly, Baylor win this game. The most ice-cold team in the SEC, Missouri. And then no 2s over 15s. I'm taking Michigan State. Florida, Norfolk State. I'll take Florida. Easy pick there. Creighton in New Mexico. I will end up taking Creighton. They're a very lethal team that could do a lot. They can make a run. They have the pieces to do it. Stephen Ashworth. Kalkbrenner. You have the pieces. It's not been the best. Not been the best. The Big East, but it's fine. They have some big wins. I think, if I remember, they have a big non-conference win. I can't think. Okay, we have Arizona and Xavier, and here we go. Another. I don't know. Let's go Arizona. I was going to pick Xavier, but I just like Arizona more. You have Lipscomb and Purdue. I will take Purdue. I'm not a fan of Lipscomb, so hard to pick them. Now we have 6 seed Illinois versus 11 seed VCU. I like VCU a lot, but I just like Illinois more. They're healthy now, so that'll be good for them. I'll take Kentucky. I'll take Ole Miss. I just don't know much about Utah State, so it's hard to pick them. I just like Ole Miss and Sean Padula to get done. And then Texas Tech over Omaha. It's a pretty easy pick. I think maybe the Omaha something could beat Tennessee maybe in the first round if they got matched up. But for Texas Tech, it's not happening. Duke versus American and Flag. Cooper Flag will beat the entirety of America in this game. About 9 seed Mississippi State. What a fall off they've had. And they'll lose first round. UConn. Take BYU over Liberty. Just not a big fan of Liberty. I honestly feel like that High Point, I think they should be the 12 seed. Then you make Liberty the 13 in that region. But that's just me. And then I'll take Maryland over High Point. So this sets up a matchup between two teams that I forgot to delete this earlier. Sorry. I just noticed this. So these are two Final Four teams that I picked in the last video in the second round. That could decide who wins that region. Spoiler. I'll take Vandy over Michigan, 11 over 6. I'm not a fan of Michigan, so they've just not been playing well as of recent. Take Iowa State over Troy. I'll take Louisville to shut up Hog Ball Burner on Twitter. There you go. And then I'll take Tennessee. Move on. Over Robert Morris. Here's one team that I know has connections to Robert Morris. Kentucky. Houston and Quinnipiac. I'll take Houston. Memphis and Georgia. Give me Georgia. So, this game might be an all-time classic in the 8-9. I just like Georgia because they're red hot right now. They have a win over Florida. They've won like 5 straight in a row. They play Oklahoma tonight. That could decide a lot. For Georgia, like that could mean it could mean the difference between an 8 seed and like a 10 or 11. So that's a big game for Georgia. I'll take McNeese over St. Mary's. I just don't like St. Mary's. They can't shoot the ball. Then here's a 13. I'll take Yale over Wisconsin. Wisconsin's ice cold. They lost to Penn State. They're 2-3 in their last 5. I don't like them. Yale makes the 3. They forced the turnovers. They're a good team. I like Yale. Let's move on. Though they could lose to Princeton in the Ivy League. That would not surprise me. Kansas, Indiana. This is actually a tough matchup. I'll take Kansas. Alright, here we go. Last video, I picked St. John's to lose in the first round of Towson. And then Towson proceeded to lose to the 12th seed in the conference, Delaware. But the winner of that conference was UNC Wilmington. I'm not sure what it is, but UNC Wilmington is so underseeded here, it's unbelievable. They should be a 13 at least. Maybe a 12. But that's kind of pushing it. So, actually, give me UNC Wilmington in an upset. Over St. John's. Another 14 over 3 that I predicted. Here we go. And guess what? I basically never predict 1 seed, 2 seed, or 3 seeds to lose in the first round. Though, the few times I have, they've been right. I picked Max A. Smith, O'Banner, that'd be Ohio State. And then I also picked Fairleigh Dickinson. Yes, I picked Fairleigh Dickinson over Purdue. About, 2 years ago? I called that. I also, never picked 14 seeds, so I'll take a 14 seed this year in UNC Wilmington. But in my opinion, I think Lipscomb should be a 14, then move Wilmington up to a 13. But that's just my opinion. We got Gonzaga playing Drake. I will pick, I don't know. I pick Drake, actually. I'm not a big fan of Gonzaga. They can't shoot, so they will probably lose, especially to Drake, who can shoot. His name Sturts or whatever for Drake. Sharpshooter. Is a great player. And then Alabama and Wofford. I picked Alabama to win the tournament this year for my last bracketology video. They probably won't get it done, in my opinion, this year. I just don't know. Though this path is super easy, to be honest. This is not a strong region at all. So I will take. No, I'm just kidding. I'm taking Alabama. Though Wofford could win. To say that they could probably beat Tennessee, but for Alabama, Texas Tech, or Michigan State, they can't do it, in my opinion. Okay, well, now we're going to Sweet 16 here. Auburn, Marquette. I'll take Auburn. UCSD, Clemson. I will take UCSD to the Sweet 16 as a classic, 12 seed run. You got UCLA, A&M. I will take Texas A&M in this matchup. And then I will take Michigan State. So, kind of chalk. Florida, Creighton. I will take Florida in this matchup. I mean, I just like Florida and Walter Clayton. I'll say that's his name. For Florida. 5 seed Arizona, 4 seed Purdue. Take Arizona. Illinois. Kentucky, I will take Illinois, the 6th seed, to move on. And then I'll be taking Texas Tech. Like Ole Miss against a worser 2 seed, like maybe Alabama. Though they probably wouldn't do an in-conference matchup for the second round. But if they did, I would pick them over Alabama. Maybe. Then probably over Tennessee. But they can't do that because that would interfere with the. In fact, I'm actually wrong because Tennessee, Arkansas already played this year, so I'm wrong. Duke, UConn. Yeah, give me UConn over Duke. It's the big upset pick this year. UConn over Duke in the second round. Maryland, BYU. This will decide the Final Four team in this region. But, which team will it be? Some quick spoilers here. Maryland's moving on. I cannot type, oh my gosh. In the crab 5. I'll take Iowa State. I'll take 17 Louisville, there you go. 2 seed losing early, 1 usually does. I'll take Louisville. Houston, Georgia. I will be taking Houston. As much as I would love to pick Georgia, I just can't do it. McNeese, Yale. Take 13 seed Yale. Move on. And then I'll take another upset in UNC Wilmington over Kansas. And will we get Drake to beat Alabama? Yeah, let's do it. The upset region of dreams. Houston, Yale, UNC, Wilmington, Drake. A 1, 13, 14, and a 10. You've probably never seen that before. Which is kind of similar to that one time that Houston made the Final Four a few years ago. And their insane Sweet 16 was them. And guys, get this. 8 seed Loyola Chicago, 12 seed Oregon State, and 11 seed Syracuse. I mean, that is top-notch stuff. And guess what? They played the 12 seed in the Elite 8. Classic Houston getting the easiest draw ever. Okay, Sweet 16 to Elite 8. Auburn, UC San Diego. I'll be taking Auburn. And then Michigan State. I'll take Florida. Thank you very much. Now, I don't really want it to be chalk, though I also want to make it chalk because Texas Tech's a great team, and so I'll do that. Texas Tech to the Elite 8. UConn, Maryland, of course. Spoilers show that I'll be taking Maryland. And I'll be taking Iowa State. It sucks for me to pick against Louisville, but it's just kind of hard to do with Iowa State. Houston, yeah, I'm taking Houston. And will Wilmington make a final? No, it'll be Drake. So, 1-2, 1-2. But it's fine because we get some 4-3, 1-10 action going on here. And guess what? I'll take Michigan State over Auburn. I'll take Florida over Texas Tech. We got the 1 seed. I'll take Maryland. As the spoiler for the show, I'm taking Maryland. And then I'm taking Drake. Their offense is too much for Houston's defense to handle. They can't keep up if Drake has a good shooting night, which will show they can shoot the ball because they beat Alabama in the second round. So Drake to the Final Four. So a pretty odd Final Four. 2 Big Ten teams, Florida and Drake. We have Michigan State and Florida. This will have the national championship. Or the national champion. In my opinion, I'll be taking Florida. Maryland and Drake. Can Drake make a run? No, it's going to be stopped by the Crab 5 to the national championship. So we have an odd matchup of 2 teams that were pretty good in the early to mid-2000s. It's Florida, Walter Clayton. It's Maryland, the Crab 5, and my guy, Dairy Queen, DQ. But they just can't get it done against Florida. Kind of like when the real Fab 5 called timeout. Florida wins the national championship. And there you go. That's the video. And yes, if you're wondering, I do have a stutter, so that's why I sometimes are quiet for a second. And that's it. That's the video. Yeah, bye. Leave. Go.